Hello, everybody. I am the Salchin Husky, and thank you for joining me on today's episode of CouchCraft. Now, I was doing some mining this morning. I wasn't originally going to record yet, but I had an idea, and I knew I needed to hop on and start recording before I lost my train of thought. And it has to do with what our base is going to be. Now, originally I was talking about doing like an ice castle or something along the lines of Superman's Fortress of Solitude, which I think would both be pretty cool bases. But then I had the idea of having a floating snowflake-style island. Now I think blended in with the clouds and the white and blue palette that we're going to be working with, I think that'll be really, really beautiful and work really, really well once we're able to fly up there. I mean, for now we're kind of grounded, but I think we can keep expanding it because we'll have the center module where I think we'll hold the sorting system, and then we can branch out to different farms or have our nether portal and do all that sort of stuff and keep expanding it when we need it. Just centered around that giant center portion. So it'll look like a snowflake. And I think that'll help me really, really well. I'm sorry, I cannot do English today. I think that'll help out a lot because, I mean, as you can see with our little igloo here, I can't do circles freehand very well. I mean, this is more of a pair. So I'm thinking with snow and quartz and the different kinds of ice, we might even be able to start on it next episode, because all we need is some water going up, some soul sand from the nether, which will create bubbles that'll push upward. And I mean, someone's already got a nether portal over there, so we'll just hop through that real quick. And then we can get started on that next episode. But I do have a couple ideas for projects that I want to do today. I do want to get that actual enchanting table started. I mean, you can see my diamond pickaxe is enchanted. It's got enchanting 3 or efficiency 3 on it, because I've got an anvil in here that I used some of our iron for and just went ahead and did the efficiency 3. But I want to get the enchanting table set up, and I do want to start bringing villagers from that village over there over to here and keeping them safe over here, so that way when we're doing maybe an iron farm or a villager trading system, both of which are pretty cool and both of which I want to get done fairly soon, that way I can hold them here and keep them close by whenever I want them to, go up or down or whichever way we want to take them. And I came to the mainland to find some cows so I could get some leather for the enchanting table, and it looks like somebody's beat me to the punch. This is in spawn. I think it's public. I'm going to go ahead and get some confirmation on that, but we're literally right there. And someone set it up here, right where spawn is, so I think we're good to go on that, and I won't bother with the cows yet. I do want to check out the nether, see how well our lag holds up, and whether or not we can survive just a little bit. Whoa. Someone's already got even the nether. Someone's even got a nice little nether tunnel set up, so we need to hurry up and get ours. Ooh! Alright. I don't know how I can grab that. And then put that right back. That's what we needed from there. And we're going to go ahead and start to look around for some quartz. I don't know whose these are. There's a chicken! Why is there a chicken? Okay. I mean, alright then. I just need some... We need a good bit. We're gonna need a good bit of quartz, and this is not a very friendly, you know, passageway here. Ah, here we go. So while I'm looking around, I will be back once I've got hopefully some quartz, or the lag just gets too bad, or I can't find any convenient sources. They've got a nice little signpost set up for street signs. But as far as I understand it, you know, I've never messed with the Nether too much, but I think ours will be, you know, somewhere over there. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But something else I'll do today is... Yeah, I think it'd be somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think what else I'll do today is set up another portal, so it shouldn't be that hard. And then I'll just ask somebody else to synchronize it up for me. So we got the soul sand, so we'll need the magma to get back down. There should be a nice source of magma right down here. Bingo. Come on, give it to me. Thank you. And actually, I believe we have the materials to be able to set up a switching system so we can hit a button and a couple pistons will change out the magma for soul sand and we can select which direction we're going. Should have the materials for that. I'll go ahead and hop into my testing world and see what all we need. And I've gone the wrong way. And is he standing on... Oh, okay, he's just floating. I thought he was standing on water. Sorry. But I will hop into my testing world, see what materials I need to make this happen, to make our little selector happen, and I will get back to you. And after a short little spell in my testing world, I figured out that we don't need to make any more trips to the Nether to accomplish our switchable water elevator. We already have all the resources we really need. So I'm going to go ahead and start gathering up some snow, just so we can have a base layer for our little base up in the sky. Won't have any ice for it yet, but hopefully we will in the very near future. I've been asking around, and none of the other players yet have any Silk Touch enchanted books, which is what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up a bunch of snow, and I will be back once we've started. Well, we'll start by pillaring up there just to see how high we want our base. So I will see you once I've gotten a good lot of snow, because we are going to need a lot for this project. And that there looks like a lot. Alright, we got about 7.5 stacks of snow, and I think that'll do to start. But I do want a good amount of quartz, kind of lining the outside and kind of grabbing and holding up the snow from underneath. I think that'd look pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get... Oh, I don't know how many quartz. I'm just going to go and look, see if we can find any. I gotta say, I do like this path, whoever did it. Alright, we're facing away. Yep, we'd be over there. Oh, I didn't know the nether made that noise. Oh, that's creepy. I almost fell down that. Would that have been death? That would have been death. That would have been too. Goodness. I really gotta stop doing that, because that would have been death. No, I don't like it down here. I really don't like it down here. So, after some close encounters of the ghast variety, I ended up with about 2.5 stacks of the quartz itself, which will be maybe 40 blocks. But it's enough to get my point across on what I want this to look like. And I think we're going to go ahead and center it right over here. And so I need the snow. We're not going to worry about the magma block or soul sand just yet. But I want it right here. And I think I want it at cloud level. I want the bottom layer to be at cloud level. So, onward and upward. Hello everybody, Editing Husky here. I decided to make this little bit into a time lapse so that I could announce that I've decided on what kind of schedule I'm going to be aiming for. Tuesdays and Fridays will hopefully have CouchCraft episodes, while Sunday will have Redstone Researchers episodes. Now, all of these episodes are going to have different lengths. Redstone Researchers will generally be about 15 to 20 minutes long. The Tuesday CouchCraft episode will be about 20 minutes long, and the Friday CouchCraft episode will be the longest at right around 30 minutes per episode. Now, this is just because of time constraints that I have between college, work, and here, where I have different amounts of time to actually record and edit and do all that good stuff for y'all. Now, I want to give y'all a lot more content eventually, but right now I can't make this my full-time focus, but I hope to within the next year or so. But for right now, I think it's great practice to be able to do this and share just the fun I'm having with y'all. I know I haven't been on YouTube long, but I am having spectacular fun sharing this with y'all. Okay, this is going to be a bit interesting. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the octagon, or the... Yeah, this will be an octagon. Once it... Ooh, whoa, whoa. Huh. Walk that way. Am I about to get the sun and the moon in the same... Okay, there's the moon, there's the sun, and there's everything. And actually, I don't mind the snow falling on it so much, because I think that'll add a neat little bit of depth to it. It might get annoying once I start doing all of that. I'm not sure if this kind of layered snow melts in contact with light. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that'd be cool getting hit. Getting hit while just way up here above the clouds. Because we know we're above the clouds. I'll have to look at it from below. Because, I mean, doing it this way, it kind of feels like it's round while I'm looking for octagon. Although that might just be the snow. Doesn't look too bad. Alright. Actually, might be best... I'm sorry, I eat when I'm scared. Not really, but... I actually don't think I have a way to jump down from here. No deal. Okay. I think. Actually, where was the center point? Because I can, you know, fall down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be this one. Maybe not? Yeah, it's this one. Yep, there it is. Cool. Okay, so I want to do this the obvious way, I suppose. Okay. Looking at it from the bottom, this is gonna look cool. I know I've got the picture of what I want to do with it in my head, but starting out, it looks, in my mind, it looks really, really cool. Gotta get at it from some kind of angle here. What I need is... It froze! That's gonna make things interesting. I forgot it could do that. I shouldn't have forgotten. I mean, you know, my home is in an ice biome. Water freezes. Duh, how did I forget that? Well, alright. Oh, I should have kept a light by it or something. So here I am admiring how our snowflake is gonna look with the water draining down, and like a dum-dum, I forgot it freezes. So I'm not 100% sure our water elevator is going to work. So I need to think of another plan, because that water elevator needs to be source blocks all the way up. And while I could take the time and just do a whole bunch of cobblestone and wind it up, I really don't want to do that, because that's just a huge use of cobblestone. So while I'm gathering up more resources, I'm going to try and find a simpler way up there, because nobody's selling an elytra yet. I don't have the the internet speed to be able to go to the end, fight the Ender Dragon myself, nor am I in any way kitted up to do that. So while I'm gathering up the resources, I'm going to try to find a simpler way to get up there, preferably one that won't freeze. When the clouds go under it, it's like it's not there. Limit how much time I spend in the water now. But with the clouds flying under it, you couldn't tell it's there. Oh, that's funny. Alright, so I tootled around for a bit, started doing the stone staircase up, and then realized ladders work just the same as water would, and I can't drown, and it doesn't freeze. So when I got up there, I started outlining a bit more of what our snowflake's gonna look like. Filled in, of course, and it's gonna look a lot better once we get the next layer on. And I think I'm going to add one more layer out for this initial centerpiece. Good news is there's enough room up there that I can start moving everything from this little igloo up there. But, you know, I kind of want to keep the igloo for a bit longer, so I'm just going to leave my stuff in there for now. We're going to go ahead and take a break from this, because I want to bring 2 villagers over and keep them safe, so that I can more or less reserve them. Then if anyone else wants any of the villagers that are still there, they can go over and grab them. Probably just going to encase them in ice here, just, you know, freeze them, and so that way the next thing they know, they're poof and ready for work. So, I'm on a boat with a passenger who may or may not be willing to go with me. And what I've decided to do is make my way along this very, very small one bridge, one block wide bridge. And I need to know how many emeralds that villager is selling. Well, we don't have quite 25 yet. But while I was figuring out how best to transport these guys, I did come up with a couple more farms that will want up on our snowflake base. Melon and pumpkin farms, because apparently that squid who was just talking has made a villager breeder, and the farmers are good ways to sell pumpkins and melons for emeralds. So we're going to want a good large number of those up there. Then another one I'm going to want to do is of course, a villager. Probably either an iron farm or right off into the boat here. So what we're going to do is, ow, 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 ow. Ow. Ow! I didn't know I could do that. Ow. And he's also got a infinity book, but we don't really need those because we'll only have the one, and we'll be able to keep that one up and running. Because we only have the one bow, and we'll be able to keep that up and running. So I'm going to run and get this second villager, and then we'll figure out what to do after we get him over there. And probably within the next couple episodes, I'll have them up in the snowflake, and we'll start working from there. Into the boat, and ooh, aw. Good news is we'll be able to come back here and use these wheat and carrots and potatoes and whatever else they're growing, whatever plants those may be. So we shouldn't have... Oh, no. Ooh. Really should have made this ice. But, of course, we didn't have a silk touch. And it's, I think he said 25 emeralds for a silk touch book. So that's definitely something we need to work towards. And fairly soon. Because once we have a silk touch pick, we can start taking down the ice mountains and using them up on our snowflake, which hasn't generated up there yet. And I need to be really careful because if this boat falls into the water, I don't really have a quick way to push him back up. I mean, I could build a piston and a lever real quick, but I don't want to do that yet. There we go. I think it's smooth sailing from here. Now, the good news is I don't think these buggers will despawn, and we'll be closing them off so nothing can get them. They'll stay safe until we need them. I mean, since they're in the boats, they're not gonna... Oh, be quiet. I'm trying to do a YouTube video here. Yes, your input is valuable. But right now, I'm talking. You know, I was about to say I'll turn this boat around, but I don't want to do that. And... Turbo! Oh, I missed it. No! Ooh. Flip it around. I'd rather have this straight on shot, but it's nice and... You know, I think just parking them here right there will be the best option, because then we can just close them in this way. And I wish I had 2 more blocks, but I don't, so that's like that now. And one last project I want to do before we close down this episode today is find our glowstone and light that up a little bit, because it occurred to me that while snow, like the snow blocks don't melt when exposed to light, I think the snow layers do. Or the snow might melt and I'll just ruin the whole thing. I suppose we'll find out. But if we don't light it up soon, it's going to become a nice little spawning area for creepers who will put a quick halt to this project. And it's something I really don't want to deal with. Okay, good. We're fine. For now. So we're just gonna light up. We'll start with these corners, and then we'll work our way. Alright, good. So the snow layers are melting. I'm gonna go ahead and do them. Eventually, these glowstone, they are gonna be part of our palette, because I have decided on the gold and gold blocks, but they're going to be sunk into the ground along with ice that's going to help signify our paths around the farms and such like that. So it's not going to be just this pure white that it is right now. Once we've got Silk Touch, I'll bring ice up and detail it real nice for y'all. And I think that'll do it for me here today. I think we got a good bit of progress done. We got a good little bit of work done on our snowflake and moved our villagers over. So I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and the little bell so you get notified of my future releases. So I will see you next video. Bye, everybody.